Good morning, welcome to a video. Got a nice message from Chris, who asked me if I could talk about a little bit about Sherlock Holmes, tobacco. He wants to buy a set of DVDs and what ones do I recommend, and also about what tobacco, Sherlock Holmes-esque tobacco, he should purchase. So I thought it was apt to smoke this, which is Dr. Watson's meerschaum head. I don't know who made it. It's carved nicely. I know Rob Kimberley's got a rather nice set as well of Watson and Holmes. But yeah, it smokes beautifully, very nice and cool. And in it, personally for me, is my favourite Sherlock Holmes branded, if you like, tobacco, which is 221B Baker Street by Dunhill. Virginia, dark fired and sun cured Virginias, and it's a lovely, lovely smoke. A lot better than quite a few other tobaccos that have Sherlock Holmes' name on, namely Peterson's Sherlock Holmes mixture, which I didn't get on with. A lot of people like it though, and that's up to them. So Sherlock Holmes tobacco would have been nothing like such tins as Dunhill or whatever. In the books he used to smoke cheap, strong shag tobacco, the cheapest, strongest he could find. And pipe-wise it was briar, clays and cherrywood pipes. Doesn't say anything about the calabash, and I think that was probably something that William Gillette, when he did the he did the Sherlock Holmes plays, he he brought in a calabash, and then from then on everyone else thought that was the depiction of Holmes with a calabash, and it became quite iconic. But it's not actually mentioned in any of the stories. So DVD wise, this is fantastic set. It's starring Peter Cushing, and there's 5 films in this collection. There was actually more made, but I think they were either taped over or they weren't saved. Yeah, very, very good. I quite like Peter Cushing's laid back style, and I know Nigel Stock, he does a little bit of the bumbling Watson, but overall very, very good indeed, and I think Cushing in this is fantastic. So that's one to get if you do want one, Chris. Second one, of course, is I mean, a lot of people think that is the complete Sherlock Holmes actor, if you like. Basil Rathbone as Sherlock Holmes, Nigel Bruce as Watson, and they did quite a few films. But it's also very interesting in this that you see quite a lot of propaganda, because of course it was made in war times. So you get things like Sherlock Holmes and the Voice of Terror. That's the one, the Voice of Terror, and it's about the Nazis, quite obviously. But nice bit of propaganda, very interesting, and a lot of people regard him as the definitive, if you like, Sherlock Holmes. So that would be the next one I'd kind of purchase. And I'll just relight this. Can't beat a morning pipe. And last, certainly not least, is this. Granada's Sherlock Holmes with Jeremy Brett, who plays Sherlock, in my eyes, absolutely perfectly. A nervous disposition, very spontaneous. He looks like, you know, when I read the books, I think of someone who is very thin, long nervous fingers, and I mean all of his actions are, you know, he brings me back to the original stories. David Burke plays Watson very well, and Edward Hardwicke as well. After David Burke, at the time it went unnoticed pretty much. I mean, I don't remember noticing the difference between Burke and Hardwicke and their portrayal. So it's a fantastic set. It's lavishly produced, and if you really do kind of enjoy Sherlock Holmes, then you just sit back and enjoy these classic episodes by the Granada team. And Jeremy Brett, who is the definitive, in my eyes, Sherlock Holmes. A lot of people regard Rathbone, but for me, it would be Jeremy Brett. So that's a nice, lovely big set, beautifully presented. And there we go. Really nice covers, aren't they? And the DVDs nicely presented inside. So that, I mean, that would be my. I think I'd get this first if you know, if you're not sure about the stories or enjoying the films, and I think this is a classic, and it's pretty true to the books as well. Of course, there's they're adaptations, aren't they? So they're not going to be exactly the same, but very good. Sherlock Holmes. So really, that is my little review of DVDs and the ones I think people would enjoy. And tobacco-wise, I'd order from Germany if I were you. My mixture 221B Baker Street. You might enjoy the Sherlock Holmes mixture by Peterson, and it's worth a try. Of course, if you want to be Sherlock Holmes, then you have to pick out the dottle from the end of your day's pipe, put it on the mantelpiece, sweep it back into the bowl in the morning, and smoke it all together. I don't recommend that at all. So, thanks for watching. Bye.